today, from Ford Field in Detroit, this is Madden NFL 21. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-opening opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
So a decent game, all for naught.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 10. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump the ball for their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game? One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Back to throw again. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
For T.J. Hawkinson.
That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score Lions 3, Panthers 0.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now leading out the Panthers offense, a new man in charge for 2020, a member of the Saints the last couple of years. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand new head coach, a brand new organization in Carolina.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Panthers.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Bridgewater toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To the air again with Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver. And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down you shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And again, it's Bridgewater. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater taking it in. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior. Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and Carolina scores to cap it off. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On fourth down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Carolina Panthers, one of the surprise teams really in the NFL. They began 0-2. They were facing the prospect of playing a big stretch of games without their all-pro running back Christian McCaffrey. But now they've run off 3 wins in a row, beating the Chargers and Cardinals. And then in Week 5 in Atlanta, they get the victory over the winless Falcons. And Coach Matt Rule emphasized a team victory, Charles, saying after the game that the NFL is perceived as a game of superstars, but really it's not.
I like what he's saying, and that's part of the college coming out in him, right? You know, what he brought with him from Baylor and before that Temple, but he was an NFL guy before. I think what he's really trying to say, Brandon, is that, yes, it's perceived as a game of superstars, but it's not. Well, it actually is a game of superstars, but can you mold them into a team? And that's what Matt Rule's doing quite well in Carolina. I know people saw this team folding tent, but they're right in the thick of things right now with 3 wins in a row. Chicago at home, that's going to be a fun one to watch. You see them match up against the Bears defense. At New Orleans in the division, and then face the Falcons again October 29th, a Thursday night at home.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now he dumps this off over the middle and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down, Carolina.
after one. 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Lions 3.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater again. Flushed out right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll throw again, Bridgewater. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
For the Panther field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
10, Lions 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Joey Slye.
After the made field goal, here's Slye to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And that'll be incomplete. But took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Powering forward. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina.
Now Davis fumbles it, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
At the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Bridgewater to throw it. Off to Thomas on the left side. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Bridgewater. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Bridgewater's pass.
Ian Thomas there to make the grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And Detroit getting set to go now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Open man is Galladay, complete. A gain of 2, just like we saw on first and second down as well. Deuce is wild.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
First and 10.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Bridgewater. Dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Bridgewater on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Panthers.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half for the veteran quarterback. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll throw from the gun, and he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
13 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And again, it's Bridgewater. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pressure, he's brought down.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
But you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This one caught by Davis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
First down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Bridgewater again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. And
he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he finds Danny Amendola. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught at right, Amendola. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Terrific catch and a big chunk of yardage gained by Kenny Galladay, and that's exactly what he does. That's why he's so dangerous downfield. Highest average yards per reception among NFC receivers in 2019 to over 18 yards per catch. He has the length and really has a nose for the football, especially when they put the ball in the air and he goes up and gets it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab, and the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
It's one thing to be known as a guy who can make big-time plays downfield and gain almost 20 yards per catch. But how about the guy who knows how to put the ball in the end zone as well, and that's Kenny Galladay. He's an absolute threat every time the ball goes in his area. Led the NFL with 11 touchdown catches last year. Kenny Galladay is a guy that I'm glad that I never had to try and cover when I was trying to be a defensive back.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this carries into the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Roughing the passer defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. They will find Davis. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he's got his Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Panthers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Slide for the PAT.
For the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Panthers will get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there, first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Down, Panthers.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And the
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own, and he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.